Hi and hello, welcome to online biology class because of Ideal Others Educational Institution and the year. I am Sadish Kumar going to take down the class regarding the topic of unit number 12 for 10th standard biological science, plant anatomy and plant physiology. So today's topic we will see about the fifth topic of unit number 12 for 10th standard biological science, internal structure of dicot leaf or dorsiventral leaf. Example is a mango leaf. So before that we will know something regarding the dorsiventral leaf. So the dorsiventral leaf, the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis are present in the leaf, and they are made up of with a large amount of a chlorophyll pigment, and by the same time the lower region which consists of less amount of chlorophyll pigment, and they are presence of large amount of stomata, and the upper epidermis which is consist of large amount of cuticle, but the cuticles are present in the less amount in the lower epidermis. Then the leaf is differentiated into the mesophyll cell is differentiated into upper epidermis and lower epidermis. That is called an dorsiventral leaf, which is almost available on the dicot leaf. So it is called an dorsiventral leaf. Then we will see that by the same time in the monocot leaf, it is a isobilateral leaf. Both are in the same, and the mesophyll cell is not differentiated into palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. So that is called an isobilateral leaf. But dicot leaf, they are differentiated into palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. So they are called an dorsiventral leaf. Example is a mango. From the monocot leaf, example is a grass. Then we will see the textured content of the dicot leaf. First layer is called an upper epidermis, which is available on the outer surface of the leaf, and the outer surface is almost consist of dark color, and they are having a wax like substance. Sometimes they are having a glittering capacity, so the presence of a cuticle layer. So we will see the textual content. This is the outermost layer made up of single layer of parenchyma cell without intercellular space, which means the outermost layer, they are almost in the form of living cell. The example of living cell is a parenchyma, so it is made up of with the parenchyma cell, and they are tightly packed, so it is called without intercellular space. The outer wall of the cell is called cuticularized. That means presence of cuticle. So they are having a glittering power. So the tip of the leaf is having a golden color because of the cuticle. The stomata are less numbered because the upper epidermis directly penetration of the sunlight. So the stomata is less amount. Otherwise, what it will be happen? The large amount of water evaporation is takes place by means of transpiration. The plant lost their water content. So they are having only in the less amount of stomata. And second one, we will see about lower epidermis. So it is a single layer of parenchyma cell with thin cuticle. So from the lower surface of the leaf, that is called lower epidermis, they are always in the form of light color, and they are made up of with parenchyma cell, single layer of parenchyma cell, and cuticles are absent, sometimes in the less are thin. It contains a number of stomata, the lower region which consists of large amount of stomata, because they are done low transpiration, and by the same time they are done in the exchanging of gases during the time of photosynthesis and respiration. They are done with the absorbing of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The chloroplasts are present in only in the guard cell. So the stomata is a bean shaped, they are covered with the guard cell. The stomata consists of a chloroplast. So chloroplast is a food factory of the plant, and they are synthesize their own food material. The lower epidermis help in the exchanging of gases. So during the time of photosynthesis, they are absorbing the carbon dioxide and released with the oxygen. That is called exchanging of gases. By the same time in the respiration, they are absorbed in the oxygen and released in the carbon dioxide. It is takes place on the night time. And the lower epidermis, which is help in the exchanging of gases. The loss of water, a vapor is facilitated through this chamber. So water loss, so we can cover with the carry bag by means of any branches of leaf. Then they are having a small dot like structure of a water, which is released by means of a stomata. And we will see about the mesophyll cell. So it is a tissue present between the upper and lower epidermis is called mesophyll. Book back 2 mark question. Short note on mesophyll. Yeah, epidermis cell, the upper epidermis and lower epidermis. In between these two epidermis, a tissue present between the upper and lower epidermis is called mesophyll. It is differentiated into palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. From palisade parenchyma, the cell are without intercellular space, but the spongy parenchyma, the cell having a little bit of intercellular space. So only the difference between the palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. What is palisade parenchyma? It is found just below the upper epidermis. Below the layer of a single layer of parenchyma cell of upper epidermis, a presence of palisade parenchyma. The cells are elongated. They are always in the form of rod shape. The cells have more number of chloroplasts. From your diagram, I show you. They are consist of large amount of stomata and chloroplast. The cells does not having an intercellular space, so take part in the photosynthesis. From the upper epidermis and the presence of palisade parenchyma, they are not having any kind of intercellular space, and by the same time they are absorbed with more amount of sunlight. They are involved in the process of photosynthesis. The main one more question is that which cell is involved for photosynthesis? Palisade parenchyma in the help of chloroplast. And next one we will see about spongy parenchyma. It is found below the palisade parenchyma. The cells are almost spherical or oval or irregularly arranged. That means they are loosely arranged with a different direction. The cells have intercellular space. The cell which consists of large amount of intercellular space. It helps in the exchanging of gases because they are presence of a stoma. By means of stoma, they are done in the process of exchanging of gases. And next one, we will see about a vascular bundle. So what is vascular bundle? We know very well the presence of xylem and phloem. Sometimes they are covered with cambium. Depending upon the presence of cambium, we are called upon it is a open and closed vascular bundle. From the dicot leaf, the vascular bundle is available on the midrib region, that is a vein region. And the vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed. The absence of cambium, so it is called closed. Each vascular bundle is surrounded with a sheath of parenchyma cell is called bundle sheath. We know very well the ring of a vascular bundle which is covered with a barrel shaped of parenchyma cell. So that is called a bundle sheath. And each vascular bundle consists of a xylem lying towards the upper epidermis and phloem lies towards the lower epidermis. So xylem is always available in the region of upper epidermis and phloem is available in the region of lower epidermis. So this is the diagrammatic representation. We will see about different types of cell in the form of cuticles. So we will see that diagrammatical representations by means of the cell. So they are consist of a cuticle which is available in the outer surface. Below the region of cuticle, they are having upper epidermis, and below the region of upper epidermis, presence of palisade parenchyma containing dot like structure, that is called presence of chloroplast, and that pink color region is called xylem, and they are surrounded with the spongy parenchyma, and blue color region is called phloem. They are covered with a red color ring is called bundle sheath. The opening is called stoma, and they are having some of the leaves, they are having a hair like outgrowth, that is called epidermal hair. Then lower region is called lower epidermis. And next one we will see about the internal structure of monocot or isobilateral leaf. So monocot, what is monocot? A seed which consists of only one cotyledon is called an monocot. Then they are having an isobilateral leaf. They are having a same direction and by the same time presence of large amount of vascular bundle. Best example is called the grass. Then by the same time, the mesophyll cell is not differentiate into palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma, just the presence of mesophyll cell. So it is a main difference between the dicot leaf and the monocot leaf. Then the textual content, they are having epidermis. The monocot leaf consists of upper and lower epidermis. The both region they are having epidermis. They are made up of parenchyma cell. The cuticle present on the outer wall of stomata are present both upper and lower epidermis. The stomata are present in the upper and lower epidermis. The cuticle also present. Some cells of upper epidermis are large and thin walled. They are known as pulliform cells. Some of the cells from the upper region, you will see that grass having a up and down the fluctuation. The upper region they are consist of a large type of cell. The thin walled cell is called a bulliform cells. And the mesophyll, the ground tissue is present between the both the epidermal, that is called the upper and lower epidermis, is called mesophyll cell. But the mesophyll cell is not differentiate into polycate parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. It is a main difference between the dicot leaf and monocot leaf. The cells are regularly arranged. So the cells are equal, and by the same time they are regularly arranged with the intercellular space. They are loosely arranged, so they are not tightly packed. The cells contain chloroplast. So mesophyll cells, they are having a chloroplast. So the grass also green color, and they are done in the process of photosynthesis. Then the vascular bundles, a large number of vascular bundles are present, some of which are small and some of them are large. So from the beginning I told you, some of the vascular bundles are larger size and some of the vascular bundles are smaller size. And each vascular bundle is surrounded by a parenchymatous bundle sheath. So each vascular bundle, they are having a parenchyma cell, so that is called surrounded with a bundle sheath. The vascular bundles are conjoined, collateral and closed. Again, the absence of cambium, the monocot leaf also consists of a closed vascular bundle. And the xylem present towards the upper epidermis, similar to the dicot leaf, and phloem is towards to the lower epidermis. So this is a diagrammatic representation of monocot leaf. They are consist of large number of the three more vascular bundles are present. Cuticle, pulliform cells, upper epidermis are present, and mesophyll cell also present, but the mesophyll cell is not differentiate with the polycate parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. Bundle sheath also similar to that dicot leaf, but the xylem are single, but they are not in the form of ring. Phloem also the same thing. Upper and lower epidermis are available, and stoma also present. Then so we will see that 2 mark question, book back question, and important things for differentiate between dicot leaf and monocot leaf. So dicot leaf is called dorsiventral leaf and monocot leaf is called an isobilateral leaf. In dicot leaf, the mesophyll is differentiate into polycate and spongy parenchyma. But monocot leaf, they are not differentiate into polycate and polycate parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. Then up to that we will successfully see about 3 internal structures: root, stem and leaf. From next class itself we can move on to the physiology. We will see about plastids. Until then, thank you very much. I am Sadish Kumar from Biological Science Department. Thank you one and all.